Where's the Italian?
It's over 9,000! What?
Covered with scorpions.
Oh, there's people.
Weird.
We can't all make declarations of hatred at the same time. Hi, everybody.
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
以后中国比较希腊对爱更尊重中。Shield up.
There's nothing sacred. Space!
Disappointed!
Olsen, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it.
I don't care.
But how did you ever find us?
Oh, easy. We just read the screenplay you left us.
And Hispanic people too.
Glove gold! Glove gold! Glove gold!
That means you're gay.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I'll help you.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino.
All right, it is Monday night, folks, and what do you know? What do you say? M4 Empire, it is time for a new concept that we have here on the M4 Empire called the M4 Empire Monday Night Hangout. It's part of our Monday night block at 7:30 p.m. We just started with the members only stream, so it was just an unplugged conversation with just me and the members, and now we are doing just a kind of chill out stream. We're going to talk about some of the news of the week, and then after this you're all going to be redirected automatically to M4 Empire Gaming, where we're going to be playing Resident Evil 2, and we're going to be joined by our old buddy Fear the Beardo from Geeks and Gamers and the Fear the Beardo channel. So that should be a lot of fun tonight. I am seeing a lot of names out there that are white and not green, and that makes me very, very sad. So we have got to gift some memberships here tonight, folks. We have got to increase our viewership, our membership numbers, so that we can, bring more people on and have them experience some exclusive content like Crime and Punishment, of which we are doing another one very, very soon. So I am actually going to get us started by gifting a few memberships myself. Hold on, let me do that real quick. Membership gifting. I am going to send 5 memberships right now. So let's do that. 5 memberships right off the bat. I see, 5 memberships all received. Well done, everyone. And then I see we also had Lbird13 became a member of the M4 Empire. So welcome to the Empire, Lbird13. As you guys know, this is a show that is designed for you and financed by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on around here. And so if you super chat $50 or more, I will stop whatever it is I'm doing and go directly to what is you want to talk about. So without any further ado, let's get into our first story of the week, and then we'll stop for, super chats and gifted memberships as they come in. Skeletor is apparently the embodiment of toxic masculinity, according to the Masters of the Universe film director. Guys, you remember, I was really excited about this Masters of the Universe movie when I saw that trailer. I mean, maybe you're not aware of it because nobody really watched the video that I did about it. So, but I was really excited about it. I was super into it. I thought it looked like a lot of fun. I thought the pronoun thing was just a joke. I was ready to believe in He-Man again for the first time since I was a child. And then I saw this quote because, guys, at the end of the day, I don't care like if you think this, you know, and like I get it, like you can make the case of like what toxic masculinity is supposed to be, and like that is kind of Skeletor, but why would you choose those words in this climate to promote your film? You know that you're going to just piss off a large percentage of your audience. And that's exactly what happened. People are abandoning ship on this thing. Nobody is excited for it anymore. It is basically going down in flames, and we might see this movie fall. We might see this movie fail now, because all of the excitement and goodwill that they had built up came crashing down to the ground. It was vile. So let's have a look at what's going on here. The upcoming live-action Masters of the Universe reboot is already generating debate, and it has nothing to do with the Power Sword, the Battle Cat, or the fate of Eternia. Discussing the approach to adapting the iconic villain Skeletor for the new Masters of the Universe reboot, Knight explained. Knight is the director here. That is what the heck's his name? It's up here somewhere. Travis Knight. Knight explained that the production aimed to stay visually faithful to the character's original design while also reinterpreting his psychology. In describing that characterization, he said Skeletor was a really interesting villain. He looked cool. He was scary. He was funny. He was insecure. And then, of course, he had this distinctive voice. I wanted someone to craft their own version of that. Jared approached us. Oh, gosh, I can only imagine what the voice he's going to use is going to be. Because he loves Skeletor and has his own history with the character. He wanted to swing for the fences, and ultimately we landed on something that I'm really happy with. Okay, stop there. You stop there. This is a perfectly serviceable quote, but this is Hollywood, so he kept going. Skeletor is the embodiment of toxic masculinity. Boo this man. Of course, the comment stands out not because Skeletor is being portrayed as evil. That's obviously the point of Skeletor, but because the framing of toxic masculinity borrows terminology that's more commonly associated with contemporary academic or political discourse than fantasy storytelling. Now, of course, for decades, Skeletor has functioned as a straightforward archetypal antagonist, power-hungry, theatrical, menacing, and awfully darkly comedic, and he wasn't created as a social metaphor. He was just created to be a villain. The original character design was performance from the cartoons, the original Master of the Universe film leaned heavily into operatic villainy rather than sociological commentary. But here's the thing, guys. When you say the words toxic masculinity, what you're doing is that is not just a term anymore, right? That is now a culture war dog whistle. And so when you say toxic masculinity, all you're doing is ringing the feeding bell for these purple-haired weirdos to crawl out of whatever corner of the earth that they're like, you know, currently curled up in, and just descend on this movie and just declare it theirs. And look, S Green in the chat right now said, right, it's a red flag. Huge, dripping, crimson red flag. And honestly killed whatever excitement that I had for this movie. So what do you guys, I want to hear what you guys have to think about this as well. Because I see Zombie Box Review says, even if it isn't woke, I don't think you can walk this one back. It's going to be interesting. You know what? I am really interested to see what Nate says about this on HCast tomorrow. When Culture and I and Zombie Box Reviews and Nick are there with Nate. I want to ask him about this because he's heard from somebody who has actually seen the film. So I want to know precisely what it is, you know, specifically about Skeletor that makes him toxically masculine. If this is a thing that's actually said or done in the film, or if this is just a director spouting off nonsense. Honestly, guys, I think it's a director spouting off nonsense, but you chose the wrong nonsense. Things like, we are so hyper aware of this stuff now, right? Like, we are so like on edge when it comes to anything woke or culture related. And by the way, you and Cumia just gifted 5 M4 Empire memberships. Thank you so much, you and Cumia. That is incredible. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you so very much. And congratulations to those of you who got those memberships. Go back and watch Crime and Punishment, the last episode where Trish and I explore the life and crimes of Ted Bundy. That was a really good one. my glasses, since Jared Leto's toxic, I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah. Guys, it's a dog whistle at the end of the day. It is a culture war flashpoint. It is this movie trying to frame itself as taking a side in the culture war, and I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm not excited for this anymore. I will still see it. Obviously, it's my job to see it, but I'm not excited to see it anymore. All of my excitement vanished. The second I'm like, oh gosh, the people that made this movie use terms like toxic masculinity, which means that maybe the pronouns on the name tag weren't the joke that we all thought it was. Because I can't imagine anyone that uses the term toxic masculinity is okay joking about pronouns. So, but again, like, we need to be okay joking about these things, because once we can joke about them, we can all like stop being so up in each other's faces about it all. Humor, comedy. Somebody said today, I'm going to kind of try to paraphrase it because I don't remember the exact wording, but they said, comedy is a great way to talk about taboo subjects, and that is why certain people hate comedy and try to cancel comedians. So, let's see. Yeah, and S Green says it too. I was willing to forget the race swap because it was Idris Elba, and I'm like, I can't be mad about Idris Elba being in things. So, excuse me. But yeah, guys, the sad thing is Skeletor looks so perfect, right? Like, this costume is so perfect. We have not heard him speak yet. Jared Leto can very easily ruin this the second he opens his mouth. I like this quote. Daniel J. Livers says, laughter weakens power because when you laugh at power, it loses its authority. That is a really good statement. I don't know if that was your own or if that was something you heard somewhere, but I like that a lot. And that's the thing. We have to be able to joke about pronouns. We have to be able to joke about, the rainbow flags and stuff like that. We've got to be able to, I said flags, by the way, YouTube. We have to be able to joke about all this stuff because, in the 90s, we joked about all of it. We joked about every last bit of it. We told racial jokes. We told jokes about people in wheelchairs. We told jokes about, special needs people, and they told the jokes too. Maybe not the special needs people, but because of that, we all weren't so sensitive about it. We had a sense of humor about things. Okay, he says, I heard it a few days ago. You could have taken credit for it, and I would have believed you, but you were an honest man, and I appreciate that about you. Yeah, it just stinks because he looks so perfect, right? Like, he looks exactly like Skeletor is supposed to look. He-Man looks like what He-Man is supposed to look like. And then we just get these buzzwords like toxic masculinity coming in and ruining everything. I hate it. I honestly can't stand it. It really bugs me, guys. Like, seriously. It seriously bugs me. So, all right. We have got to what is this? If I did that, oh, okay. So if I did that, it would do that. And if I did that, it would do that. If I did this, it would do this. And if I did that, it would do this. And if I did that, it would do this. And that is here. And there we go. All right, cool. I'm just playing around right now. Let's see. What was I just saying? But yeah, still gonna see the movie because I have to, because it's my job. But yeah, other than that, not really feeling it. But I am feeling this because Aubrey Crown just gifted 10 M4 Empire memberships. Whoa! The generosity is off the charts tonight here, guys. Thank you so very much, Aubrey Crown. You know what? For you and Cumia, with these 15 gifted memberships, I have got to play a clip for you guys right away, and it's going to be a yo-ho, brother.
Please, no. Covered with scorpions. Covered with scorpions.
No! Covered with scorpions! Get them off me!
What are you doing to my head?
I honestly don't know how that keeps happening, guys. I don't click that. It just keeps happening. Ewan Cumia says Glom Gold. Well, who am I to deny you, my friend?
Please, no. Covered with scorpions. Oh, covered with scorpions.
Because I'm Flintheart Glomgold, and I always will be!
I love that we still have that. Flintheart Glomgold brings people together. All right, guys. That's about it for He-Man. That's about everything I have to say about that. We have a video on this out on the channel. Go check it out, please, because yeah, I have a lot to say and a lot I think about this specific topic. But now, if you guys want to get any super chats out now while we're between stories, you can more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, we will be moving ahead to our next story, which is going to be a bit of more current news. Something that happened just last night, and it is a doozy. So as you all know, the Super Bowl was last night, the season finale of sports ball, and we had Bad Bunny hosting the halftime show, very controversially. Yeah, it did not go super well for Mr. Bunny. Well, I mean, it did in a way. I mean, like the Super Bowl it was like the most watched Super Bowl of all time. So he had a big audience, but the Turning Point USA halftime show blew them out of the water. Just completely blew it out of the water. Well, not blew it out of the water in terms of, I think quality. That's my subjective opinion. But I mean, when I say blew it out of the water, not that more people were watching, because that would be ridiculous to say, because 135 million people were watching the Super Bowl. But Turning Point USA was able to get 25 million people watching their stream. It is, I believe I saw somebody cite it as the most successful YouTube live stream of all time, which I believe. And if you watched Charlie Kirk's channel, which had over 1 million concurrent people, there were the super chats were going off like a fireworks show. Like the chat was like changing color so many different times, and a lot of it was red, which means $100 plus. So Charlie Kirk had over 1 million concurrent live. Turning Point USA had over 6 million, had over 5.3 million concurrent live. And all together, with like all the various different YouTube and Rumble platforms that it was hosted on, Turning Point USA received 25 million views on this alternate Super Bowl halftime show. And then the very next day, Bad Bunny wipes his Instagram out. So let's take a look at what he had to say here. So you see it right here. This Bad Bunny, 0 posts, 52 million followers, and 0 following. The fallout from this year's Super Bowl halftime show is continuing to escalate, and now it's spilling over onto social media. In the hours following his headline performance, global pop star Bad Bunny stunned fans by wiping his Instagram presence, deleting posts, clearing his grid, and removing his profile content in a move that has fueled widespread speculation online. Now, again, guys, Turning Point USA did not defeat Bad Bunny. It did not overpower his it is the old it is the Iron Man 2 quote. If you can make God bleed, people will stop to believe in him. It is essentially what they did was the whiplash scene on the track, on the racetrack, where Whiplash attacks Tony Stark to show that he's vulnerable. And he, wounds him, but still, ends up getting beat. But everyone kind of sees him a little bit differently after that. Not invincible anymore. And that's kind of what it was, because the Super Bowl is this colossal juggernaut. And you've always had all of these other events that try to swim around the Super Bowl, kind of like the fish that swim around the shark. That try to catch the things that fall out of its mouth. But this one was it was like a smaller shark, but another shark that was hanging out around it. And that shark ate pretty well. 25 million people watching, and that's not counting the cable networks that were going. That's got to be seen as a massive win. So the timing of the purge of Bad Bunny's social media has only intensified debate surrounding the halftime show itself, which had already become one of the most polarizing Super Bowl performances in recent memory. Now, shortly after the broadcast, Bad Bunny removed all visible posts from his Instagram account and unfollowed other users, leaving his page stripped down. The sudden wipe left more than 50 million followers guessing about the motivation behind the move. While some fans speculated the reset could signal an upcoming album announcement or rebrand, apparently this is a thing that he has been known to do because he's insane. But the timing, I mean, you figure you just did the Super Bowl halftime show. That's a great time to get more social media followers. People are going to be searching for your name, people that have never heard of you before. And guys, despite the fact that Bad Bunny is like an international superstar, a lot of people, especially people my age, have no earthly idea who he is. But others connected the deletion directly to mounting criticism tied to the halftime show directly. As of this writing, Bad Bunny has not publicly explained the decision. Backlash has built from political figures and viewers. We have seen President Trump weigh in. This Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible. One of the worst ever. It makes no sense. It's an affront to the greatness of America and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. I like how he is capitalizing certain words. I love reading his posts. So of course, among the most high profile responses was the president himself. He also criticized the language barrier of the performance, which was delivered primarily in Spanish, saying viewers don't understand a word this guy is saying. His comments amplified an already heated online reaction where viewers debated everything from the show's political symbolism to its artistic direction. Social media reactions ranged from praise among fans to sharp criticism from detractors who argued that the performance felt disconnected from the mainstream Super Bowl audience. Now, performance controversies also added fuel to the fire. Beyond political reactions, several elements of the halftime show production drove additional online discourse, including immigration symbolism, cultural messaging centered on Pan-American unity, celebrity cameo appearances like Pedro Pascal, and a live on-field wedding moment. But of course, the Turning Point USA show provided that stark difference. So, and guys, I don't like Kid Rock at all. I really don't like Kid Rock. And I never have. I didn't like when The Undertaker used his theme music in WWE. And I don't like him now, especially now that he's old rock. But yeah, this show was good. I liked the turn. I had to watch the Turning Point USA show for work because I had to keep track of the concurrent viewership on both the channels for both Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk. And I have to say, man, I really enjoyed that show. There were people on that show I had never heard of Lee Bryce before. I had never heard of Gabby Barrett before. They were great. I loved them. I was just like, wow, these guys are awesome. I'm gonna look them up on Spotify. I'm gonna follow their music. Especially Lee Bryce. I really dug him. I liked the first guy too. I just don't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm really bad. I am the worst with names, guys. If you meet me in person and you tell me your name, there's a good chance that I didn't listen to it, and I will realize it 2 minutes into our conversation. So, but yeah, interesting that Bad Bunny would pass up the opportunity to gain a lot more social media followers following something as big as hosting the halftime show on what they're saying is the biggest Super Bowl of all time. To me, that's suspect. To me, that's not, we're getting ready for a rebrand. We're getting ready for an album launch. We're going to relaunch with a whole new theme for Instagram or whatever. That to me sounds like I don't want to deal with all the fallout. Also he's tight with Jay-Z, I think. I think Jay-Z was the one that got him for the halftime show. So, when it comes to Jay-Z, that dude might be in some trouble. So I don't know. Maybe he's trying to distance himself from that as well. Not saying that Bad Bunny did anything wrong. I mean, it looks like Jay-Z might have done some stuff wrong if Nicki Minaj is to be believed. But yeah, I enjoyed the Turning Point USA show. I thought it was good. I'm excited for them to do it again next year. I think that next year they'll be able to do a lot more with it. They'll probably be able to get some bigger acts. They'll probably be able to put more money into it. Some people were like, oh, it was filmed in advance. And I was like, you know what? I don't care if it was filmed in advance. It was tight. It was a tight, 45 minutes or whatever it was. They moved from act to act. There was no nothing was going to go wrong because everything was filmed beforehand. I thought it was fine. What am I going to get spoiled of what songs they're going to sing? I don't even know the songs to begin with. But yeah, I liked it. So here's my thing about the Turning Point USA halftime show. It offered choice, right? Because it's like, if you don't like the Bad Bunny halftime show, what are you supposed to do? If you're watching the Super Bowl, you don't have a choice. You have to watch the Bad Bunny show. And the people that are going to scream and yell at you for not liking it are like, well, it wasn't made for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. And so now you have this other thing that you can just click over and watch. And now they're angry that you clicked over to watch the other thing and that the other thing did well. I have seen some insane copium huffed today by the Legacy Access Dinosaur Media. We are going to cover that tomorrow, I believe, at least on that Park Place, if not both sites, about Variety ran a hit piece, Rolling Stone ran a hit piece. I mean, they are all ripping Kid Rock apart. They're like, Bad Bunny was the greatest American performance of all time, and this Kid Rock came in. Why do you care? Why do you care that they came in and did their own thing and gave 25 million people who didn't want to watch one thing something else that they could watch? Them doing that does not negate Bad Bunny doing what he did, just like Bad Bunny doing what he did doesn't negate what Turning Point USA did. Choice is not a bad thing. For all the people that are always like, well, if you don't like it, don't watch it, go do your own thing. They actually went and did their own thing. And for once, people listened, and now you're mad because they did it. And this is just the truth of these people, right? Of these woke wackadoodles who try to control all of our entertainment. They say, if you don't like it, don't watch it. But then when you don't watch it, they get infuriated by that. Like, hold on. What? Oh, my favorite thing right here. Straight white males, this movie is not for you. November 9th, 2019. December 16th, 2019. Why are straight white males refusing to see this movie? You are required to see it. They only say it's not for you, don't see it, as a performative measure. You are actually required to see it. Like, they expect you to go see it. They are basically holding your feet to the fire for you to go see it. And if you don't go see it, then you're an istophobic monster, essentially. I can't stand that. So choice is a good thing. Opinion is a good thing. If your opinion differs from somebody else, that's fine. That's actually a beautiful thing, because it creates the thing that Charlie Kirk tried to create everywhere he went, and that is conversation. Open, honest dialogue. And honestly, guys, at the end of the day, that's what changes the world, because right now you have two different sides of a culture war who like to hunker down in their think tanks with their, echo chambers and hear only what they want to hear and surround themselves only with the people that they want to be surrounded with, that agree with them 100% of the time. And that's more one side than the other. I'll tell you that much. And yeah. And now, and they are violently casting down people that try to have these conversations, like poor Charlie Kirk, God rest his soul. So yeah, man, I don't even, hold on, I need some water. I'm not used to doing shows by myself. This was an experiment in every sense of the word. But yeah, it is it's a good thing to have choice. It is a good thing to have conversation. It is a good thing to have dissonance, because that's how we learn from each other. That's how we grow as a people, as a species. And yeah, there ain't nothing bad about that, but I'll tell you, there ain't nothing bad about this either, because Mike Glass just gifted 5 M4 Empire memberships. Thank you so very much, Mike Glass. Appreciate that. Congratulations to those of you who received these memberships. You are now able to get exclusive content like Crime and Punishment and a couple of other things that I've got kicking around up in the old computer. I am going to probably start doing the audiobooks again as member content. Where I was reading Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith and things like that. So, I mean, it's gloriously ripping off Lorne, but I'm doing it behind a paywall, so I don't feel like I'm stealing anything from him. So yeah, thank you very much, Mike Glass, for that. And congrats to those who get the membership. Remember, guys, if you are one of the, I think 20 people tonight so far who have gotten gifted memberships, you are able to you have to manually re-up those memberships at the end of the month. They do not automatically re-up themselves. So make sure that you if you want to stick around, you want to continue to be a member of the channel, you have to manually go in there and make sure that you click that you want to renew. And by the way, I saw some people earlier in the chat saying that they couldn't afford to be a member anymore. They had to cancel their membership because of personal stuff going on. Never feel bad about that, guys. If you were able to help support this channel, that's phenomenal. And I'm overwhelmingly appreciative of it. if you are in any kind of pickle or bad situation, you take care of you and your family first. You do not take care of this channel first. So I hope nobody has that mentality. But thank you very, very much, Mike Glass. We hear you, we see you, we speak your name. And
it's over 9,000!
There you go.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
你好，中国，这是叫西娜。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。我很抱歉对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉。你必须了解，我很爱。很尊重中国跟中国人，不好意思，再见。
Zaijian, John Cena. Zombie Box Reviews, remember for 1 month, says, I'm on the fence, but I do trust Nate and what his insider told him about this movie. Talk about He-Man. I need off to bed. Catch tomorrow on the HCast, mate. Hey, I will catch you tomorrow as well. Zombie Box Reviews. Thank you very much for being here and for being a part of this community. We really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the HCast tomorrow. What the heck is this guy doing out here? Culture Casino, what are you doing out in my chat right now? I'm just kidding. I love that Culture's out in the chat right now. I love this man. I know, guys. We get into it on the stream sometimes, but I love this man, and we get into it with love. So, let's see. What else do we have to talk about tonight? Oh, you know what? Here's one that I actually am going to take a look at sight unseen. I did not write this, and nor have I read it, but I saw the headline and I was like, you know what? I would like to talk about that. Geeksandgamers.com by Jessica Lindstrom. Viral Evil Queen Disneyland character reveals the one clip that got her fired. You guys remember this Evil Queen? She was a Disney character, walk around character there in the parks. And hold on, let me scroll down so you can actually see her. She was pretty viral. People loved interacting with her in the park. She was in a lot of TikTok videos, a lot of various social media postings and whatnot. And she was fired as the Evil Queen. Now it had come down the pipe that she was going to be fired, that it was going to be or that the Evil Queen was going to be discontinued. Not necessarily that the actress would be fired, because usually when they discontinue a character, they just take the people that play those characters and they put them into other roles. She probably could have played Lady Tremaine, or maybe even one of the princesses. I don't know. Like they're very particular about the dimensions of the princesses and their heights and their body types and whatnot. So Disney's viral Evil Queen actress has come forward and revealed the reason she was fired from the theme park during an interview with News Nation Prime. If you'd like to check out the video in full, please do so below. Let's see what she said.
You may recognize her from your social media feed.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Natasha. This is truly an honor to get to talk.
I believe someone said that they were told they looked like you, and you instantly replied, they lied. So what did it feel like?
Oh, she was Lady Tremaine. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this lady was pretty neat. Like, I'm trying to see, let's see if we could find where she actually talks about the clip that got her fired. I'm sure it's in the thing here. Sabrina von Bogenberg, or Sabrina von B, has become a sensation over the years for portraying the Evil Queen from Snow White at Disneyland, as well as a few other female Disney villains like Lady Tremaine, the Wicked Stepmother from Cinderella. Her popularity began almost instantly when she first came onto the scene 8 years ago with her quick wit and funny interactions with Disneyland parkgoers. As anchor Natasha Zuvez points out, Von Bogenberg went viral several times for her performances with Disneyland guests, recording her acting out scenes and playing the menacing role with Disneyland crowds. I love this. This girl is trying to hug her, and she's got her head on the girl's face, to try to push her away. That's really funny. Now, the reason for her firing was unexpected even by her. Many of her fans believed that the actress had become too famous and the limelight was too much to allow for immersion at the park. In the interview, Von Bogenberg admits that even the cast members do not always get full story for why they are let go, but based on what she was told, it happened because she broke a rule. Now, what is that rule? It all boiled down to something that she said to guests in one of her many viral videos. Some guests approached her after learning that the Evil Queen would be taken out of the daily operation rotation at Disneyland. Sabrina von Bogenberg responded that if they still wanted the Evil Queen around, they should go to City Hall, which is a tourist information center at Disneyland, and let their voices be heard. which is what brought about her firing. Earlier this year, in an exclusive interview, the evil queen of Disneyland told People, "It was a dream getting to do my own spin on a character that really wasn't popular or viral or well-known before videos of me really started going around. I read a lot of comments about people saying they would have never loved this character, but now it's their favorite character. That really was an honor to be able to bring a Disney villain to life and also not be evil, but put a more comical spin on it and create joy for people and make people smile, all while being a villain was very rewarding." Remember, this is a character that tried to poison a young girl because she was prettier than her. But yeah, guys. So apparently her telling people to go over to City Hall was what led to her firing. That's interesting to me. I would have called that, honestly. When I saw the video of her telling people to go like complain about the evil queen being fired, I was like, she's gonna get fired for that. 100% getting fired for that. Disney didn't like that. They don't like their cast members acknowledging that they disagree with the company in any way, shape, or form. Disney does everything right. Disney does everything right, and everything they do is the right choice. And Bob Iger is the greatest. And we've done everything the right way the first time ever since Bob Iger took over. Bob, what are you singing? By the way, that is Tyler Dean McDowell, who is a phenomenal country singer, who wrote the amazing What Walt Would Say. He's a friend of ours over on that Park Place in the Pro Channel. So go check him out because he's phenomenal. Bob, what are you singing? The guy's like way too perfect. Like he can sing like that. He also is like a genius painter. He's an amazing impressionist. I was just like, dude, pick a talent. Like pick one talent and be good at that. Stop having like all the talents because some other of us would like to be talented in some way. Disney does not like when their characters go viral. That's the thing. The parks have never enjoyed that. That's why. Do you guys remember the Gaston push-up contests from a while back? You know what? If you've never seen it before, I will play you the video because it's phenomenal. So this guy played Gaston, and he was like the best Gaston. And he did this push-up challenge and it went viral on social media, and Disney, like Universal, would have turned this into a thing, right? Universal would have 100% turned this into a thing. Oh, hold on. Apparently I have to bring this up again because the audio didn't work on it. So share screen, man challenges, Gaston to a manly push-up contest. There it is. All right. So watch this, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Sean, I heard you
tell the food that's better. What's that?
It's pretty strong. You think you're pretty strong?
No, who told you that?
I think I'm stronger.
No, I'm the strongest.
All right, so he says that he thinks he's stronger than Gaston, and Gaston right away is getting wildly defensive about it.
You're stronger than me?
I think I'm stronger than you.
You're stronger than me.
I think I am.
What's your challenge today, boy? A push-up contest.
He wants to do a push-up contest on the ground.
Okay, boy, I have a challenger in a push-up contest. Wait, where's the prize at? Where's the prize?
The prize?
Let's see. Okay.
Just so you know,
Some lady volunteered to be the prize. Okay.
And go.
Watch this. This is amazing.
Someone say go when you're ready.
Ready? Okay. Ready? Go! 1, 2.
Look at Gaston.
He looks like he's struggling. Perhaps he needs a hand.
That is phenomenal. And he's still going. Like those muscles may be fake, guys, but that dude was strong. I love that, man. That is great. But Disney hated it. Disney hated that because people kept coming up and wanting to do contests with him and things like that. And so what Disney did was they took that performer. They didn't fire him, but from what I heard, they made him Woody and Tigger and like any like tall character, head characters, because they didn't want him to be Gaston anymore. People were getting upset when there were other Gastons out there because people were upset when there were other Gastons because they were saying that he's not the real Gaston. Oh, when's the real Gaston coming out? Let's see. Oh, James All Day says, I actually have that Tyler D. McDowell song on my phone. He speaks the truth about modern Disney. I like the beginning of the song where he says, strolling down Main Street just don't feel the same. Me too. You know what? I don't think we'll be hit with a copyright if we play Tyler's music video here. I'll stop it here, but what Walt would say. Yeah, there it is. It's so good. And it like is criminally underused, like how much like strolling down Main Street. So like he filmed all this in the parks, which like you're probably not really supposed to do, but like, you know, what do they know? I mean, we film vlogs in the parks all the time. He's basically just filming a vlog, just with music. Just don't feel the same. There's a change. By the way, Tyler D. McDowell is the son of country singer Ronnie McDowell. If you know who he is a legend. He's performed with Dolly Parton. So yeah. This is a really, really like he comes from country royalty essentially. Change in the wind, and we know who to blame. We blame Bob Iger. Bob, what are you thinking? This ain't what he planned. This is filming in Epcot. You think you got his world in your hand? No line to get up to this because there never is. Walt's vision's hazy in the rear view mirror. They say keep moving forward. We're just so good. Carousel of Progress Theater. That you try to paint blue. I love that. The all the mistakes that you try to paint blue, and it's the Guardians of the Galaxy big blue building. Which, you know, they did their best to try to hide that against the sky, but it didn't really work. Tomorrow ain't looking great, we all blame you. Bob, what are you thinking? There be tears in his eyes. Yeah. Disney's world. So by the way, he paints this picture throughout the music, and that's he actually painted that. And he told me when we talked about it for an article for that Park Place, he went to like Walt's old like childhood home. And there's like a shed in the back that was like his first studio. And he pulled like he took like a piece of wood off of it and ground up that wood and put it in the paint that's on the tie. So there's actually little pieces of Walt Disney's first animation studio in that photo, in that painting. It's so cool. He's amazing. I love Tyler. I got to get Tyler on the show because he's so good. Let me see if anything else has come in that we needed to address. I don't believe so, guys. If you have any super chats you want to get in or any gifted memberships, we do always appreciate those, and we love getting them from you. Remember, guys, in about 17 minutes, we are going to be heading over to M4 Empire Gaming. We are going to be ending this stream, and that will teleport you guys directly over to M4 Empire Gaming, where hopefully you guys will all subscribe and you know, tune in because we're going to be playing Resident Evil 2 tonight. Myself and Fear the Beardo are going to be playing it together. Well, I'm going to be playing it. Beardo is going to be, you know, commenting, I guess. So yeah, should be fun. We're going to have a good time tonight. And this is, you know, so far I'm enjoying this Monday block. I am having a good time, and I am, you know, definitely enjoying this. You know, Tom is asking, have I ever played it before? No, I have not. I've never played a Resident Evil game in my life. So, and Liquid Fox says, oh God, country music. I like country music, man. Like, country music is good. So, all right, we got another article to get to here that we are going to discuss today on the show. We have two more left, so we'll see if we get to both of them. But I, because in honor of Mike Glass, I am trying to push back the Leslye Headland Acolyte stuff. But I will say the God of War series has cast its Atreus. And guys, looks like Atreus. Like young Atreus, like 10-year-old Atreus. The kid's 11 years old. So this article says, from geeksandgamers.com, God of War live action series cast Callum Vinson as Kratos' son Atreus. Amazon's long-awaited live-action God of War series has officially found its Atreus. According to a new casting report, actor Callum Vincent has been tapped to portray the young Norse demigod in the upcoming Prime Video series, stepping into one of the most emotionally central roles from Santa Monica Studios' modern God of War saga. The series, which already received a two-season order, is currently in pre-production in Vancouver as Amazon continues assembling its ensemble cast around Kratos and his son's mythic journey. Atreus, known to fans as both a skilled archer and the heart of the Norse storyline, plays a foundational role in the 2018 God of War soft reboot and its sequel Ragnarok. The show is expected to adapt the narrative of the two most recent games, focusing on the father-son journey between Kratos and Atreus as they travel the Nine Realms to spread the ashes of Atreus' mother, Faye, or Lao Faye. Within that story framework, Atreus is depicted as the 10-year-old son of Kratos, raised in isolation in a forest cabin, trained in archery and survival, curious about the wider world, and desperate for his distant father's approval. The emotional tension between the two, Kratos attempting to teach his son how to be a god while learning how to be a father, forms the narrative spine of the Norse-era games and is expected to carry over into the live-action format. Now, the expanding cast of God of War looks incredible. Now, guys, first of all, I just want to point out, everybody was really afraid that Atreus was going to end up being race swapped because they thought they were going to race swap Lao Faye, his mom. I think that Deborah Ann Wolf, who was Karen Page in Daredevil, will end up playing Faye in this because she played her in the games. So if that's the case, then the casting is phenomenal so far. I mean, everyone looks the way they're supposed to look. You have actual dwarfs playing the dwarves. Take that, Peter Dinklage. But let's take a look at the cast here. Ryan Hurst as Kratos. That's phenomenal. Ryan Hurst is going to be an amazing Kratos. He played Thor in God of War Ragnarok. And, he was really, really good in that role. And apparently he is a God of War super fan. He's a gamer. He's been playing God of War since the first game. So, and I've heard him say that before he was Kratos. Max Parker will be playing Heimdall, and he looks exactly like Heimdall in these games. Teresa Palmer will be Sif, Lady Sif. And then, hold on, let me actually click on this so I can get a bigger version of it. Let's share this tab. Okay. Teresa Palmer is Sif. Olafur D. Olafsson is going to be playing Thor. I mean, they got an actual Viking to play Thor. How cool is that? And this is big fat Thor. I love big fat Thor. It's one of my favorite versions of Thor. Mandy Patinkin is playing Odin, which I think is a phenomenal casting, especially for this version of Odin. And this is my favorite thing in the world. Alistair Duncan will be playing Mimir. Now, Alistair Duncan played Mimir in the games. So the voice that's just brother behind you, that's going to be with you throughout the show. God, this show might actually be good. Is it weird to say I have actually got some hope for an Amazon Prime series? Oh, man. I don't know. I really want to like it. I really want it to be good. These God of War Norse games, they have a special place in my heart. I really, really love them. I was I played the God of War games, growing up, which were just the hack and slash crazy rage monster, slaughter all the Greek gods version of Kratos. And I really I know some people don't like the super dad, dad of boy, I think is what they call it instead of God of War. I like it. I really like it. I think that it is I think it's a story that needs to be told, especially in this day and age, because what it is it's a good male role model. It's a strong, masculine father who is teaching his son to survive, to be strong, and to be a good man. And these are things that we don't have in modern media anymore, guys. Very, very rare to find messaging like that. So typically it's, fathers are idiots and it's the mother that has to do it, or the father is somehow flawed and has to be emasculated by every female he sees. That doesn't happen. I mean, Kratos kills all the Valkyries, in the first game. He is, a machine in all of this. So I am 100% cool with it. I think that this is going to be a phenomenal cast. So far, so good. I'm hoping that Freya will end up being played by the lady that played her in the game because she looks like Freya and is really, really good. I am worried that Freya will be the race swap. I love how everyone is like waiting for the race swap. Like everyone is like, we know the race swap is coming, so who's it going to be? So far all the gods are they look Norse. That's the thing, they just have to look Norse, except for Kratos, who needs to kind of look Greek. Well, Kratos doesn't even need to look Greek because he has ashes, bonded to his skin. So, but what do you guys think? I want to know what you think. And Sean says, as long as the leader is a black woman, it's all good. Well, yeah. And then Mike Glass brought up Helen of Troy, which is, that's a completely also the Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy in the Odyssey. That is not confirmed yet, guys. Like that is a rumor. We have not heard anything for or against that. And trust me, I've been looking. But we have not gotten official confirmation that that is the case. I think it was the Star Wars girl called her Helen of Detroit. But yeah, we don't know that that's happening yet. I wouldn't put it past them, for Helen of Troy to be black, but it could happen. It's just we just want things to be like, like if you want a cool story with a black lady, do a cool story with a black lady. Don't make her Helen of Troy. I don't get that. And this, like, at the end of the day, these are Norse gods. They are part of the Norse faith, or not the Norse faith. Well, I guess yes, if you're a pagan, but they are part of the Norse. I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Not society, but it's their culture. It's Norse culture, and when you race swap a cultural figure, it's weird, man. Like it's just weird. So. Donovan Bradford says the race swap will be Brock. The man won't be blue. No, he will be. I guarantee you they're painting Mickey blue. Mickey from Seinfeld is playing Brock. So, yeah, that's it, guys. And I've seen this kid playing Atreus. I've seen him in other things. I've seen some clips of him in other things. He's pretty good. He's a good actor. I like him. I think he can handle it. And, he's really small, which is good because Ryan Hurst is really big. And you have to have that boy, like where he's got a tower over him. I like Dad Kratos. And look, I get a lot of people are upset with this game. Like I see Daniel over here saying, can't get behind this show because they skipped the Greek era. Yes, I hear you on that one. I understand you being upset about that one. All I can say is I understand why they're doing it. They're going to do they'll end up doing it in flashbacks. Like it'll be the reveal that happens, that like what Kratos did, which I think is not as good as going into this knowing what he did. Because when you go into God of War 2018 knowing what Kratos did, it's like a much more powerful thing because you understand what he's running from. You understand what his past is. Now I know we said we were going to talk about Leslye Headland and the Acolyte, but I hope you guys will forgive me if I don't talk about that. And I just advise you guys to take a look at my video on the subject because we are running out of time. And I wanted to, converse with you guys a little bit more directly before the show ended. Plus, I need a couple minutes to go get another thing of water because my throat is freaking dry right now. I'm turning on my PlayStation right now to get ready. So we're going to send you automatically over to M4 Empire Gaming. So when you're there, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Just click the button. It will help us out tremendously. We are trying to, we're trying to build that channel up as quickly as possible, monetize as quickly as possible. To monetize it, we need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And that will allow us to start taking super chats and memberships and all that other fun stuff. So if you guys would be so kind as to subscribe over there, I would very, very much appreciate it. 40s Mandalorian says there was a race swap of Heimdall in Thor. Yes, with Idris Elba. But this is not, Marvel. So Diamond Bradford says, is anyone surprised at this age of woke culture they've not tried to remake the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Honestly, yeah. I am actually surprised at that. That is actually a really surprising thing that they've never tried to remake that. You're 100% right. Oop, hold on, signed into the wrong thing. What the heck? Oh, apparently this thing didn't. I put this thing on the charger and apparently didn't charge, so I got to use the other. I'm gonna use the other controller. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for joining me for this first Monday Hangout. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am sending all of you guys over to M4 Empire Gaming right now. Please click the subscribe button when you get over there, and let's play some Resident Evil. All right, see you over there.